Hi, Gemini. Welcome to your reading. My name's Allie, and I'm so grateful to be spending this time with you. This message is what Spirit wants you to know about your next 12 months. So I've been called to kind of do these end of the year readings moving into the following year. So just go ahead and take a deep breath. Set the intention to hear, that you're open to hear the messages you're meant to receive. And before we begin here, I did a little singing bowl meditation and sat with your energy for a minute before I hit record. And I want to share with you what I was given in a vision. So first I saw somebody, it looked like they were struggling in a body of water, that they were trying not to drown. And then I was given the energy that this is the energy you are coming out of. That I think you have gone through a really difficult period for the last, 6 months to 2 years, where you weren't really sure how you're going to get through it, or what's surviving this kind of storm, turmoil in your life, how you were going to get through it. But you have. And then I saw these little embers, like when you're sitting by a campfire and these little embers will kind of shoot off the fire. And it was like you were kind of getting your passion and your energy back again, that things are starting to level out from the energy that you had been in. And I think you're feeling this already. So hopefully that's confirmation for you that things are starting to kind of level out, settle down after this very turbulent period that you have been navigating and living through. So let's go ahead and pull some cards. I actually feel very drawn to use our animal oracle to start. So thank you, Spirit. What information do you have for Gemini for the next 12 months? What does that look like for them? What do you want them to know? Messages for Gemini, please. Just continue to set that intention. Taking deep, mindful breaths. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. For the next 12 months, what do you want Gemini to know? Thank you, Spirit. Spirit team of Gemini. What do you want them to know? Please and thank you. Okay, well, let's just see what we have here. Very interesting. Fox Spirit, think on your feet. Number 27, which reduces to a 9, so coming to the end of a cycle. I'm actually in the Moonology deck. And then at the bottom we have White Raven Spirit, trust in the magic, with the number 66. In the Moonology deck, which is actually where I'm being guided to now, there is a card in here that says the end of a tough cycle approaches. But that is the energy that I'm being given here. I think on your feet is a really kind of comical message to give to you, because I feel like that's who you are. You are someone, look at that. You are someone who, you're very witty, you're quick with the comeback. You obviously, as a Gemini, you enjoy that communication, banter, connection with other people. And I think it's very easy for you to think on your feet, to be quick and lively with your communication. But you may have been kind of hermiting out in this period. You may not have been attending many get-togethers or family gatherings, or, it might have been a very select group of people that you were spending time with. It's kind of giving me that hibernation energy with the fox, where you were really focusing more on your family, that nurturing, protective energy. But at the same time, I feel like you were having a really difficult, you were going through a difficult time. So it was probably very difficult for you to give as much nurturing energy as you would have liked, because you were just navigating a lot of heavy things. So in a sense, it feels like I'm actually getting, since COVID and like Bo Burnham, if you've seen Bo Burnham Inside Out, that's coming up for me. And this like masterpiece that he created during the COVID pandemic when he was indoors. But that kind of hibernation, maybe you were creating something over the last 5 years, or the last 2 to 6 months is really what I get, that heightened yikes kind of energy. Anyway, that's coming through of like, you're coming out of that cycle of hibernation is what I'm trying to get at. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Number 9, 27 reduces to number 9. I also feel, and this is so far in the future, and I'm just going to honor it because it's coming through. I feel like the year 2027 might be really important for you. So if you have any kind of astrology app to check those transits for your birth chart personally in 2027, that'd be interesting to see. Maybe some Uranus or Neptune transits, although Neptune transits can typically be pretty tough. So maybe you've been going through that now also. We have a win-win outcome as forecast. Very interesting. Can we have one more, Spirit? I like the scales, things being balanced out, the full moon illuminating a situation. And then we have meditate and contemplate with the new moon. So more of this balancing. We have a full moon. We have a new moon. I like this Pisces energy with the koi fish. Balancing, yin yang. So this is really, look at this. This is funny. I'm talking about balancing. The card on the bottom is full moon in Pisces. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. So I feel like for you, for the next 12 months, it's going to be really important for you because you do have this new spark of enthusiasm towards life, towards your life, and you know what you could possibly create, new ventures, maybe a new house. There's a lot of newness up ahead for you, and they're not wanting to stamp out your excitement. I understand now, Spirit. Thank you. You might be feeling this raging fire of, I want to get it done. Let's go, 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 go. And what they're actually wanting you to do is embody more of the embers. So they're still hot. They're still fire, but it's not roaring. It's not consuming. It's balanced energy, balancing this energy, because it's almost like I'm getting this bull, you know, when they ride bulls, is that what it's called? And they're behind a gate and they get the bull all mad and angry and cranked up. And then they open the gate and the bull's just like going crazy. I feel like that's your energy, because now you finally have this reignition of a spark for life and you want to swallow it whole. But that's really not the best energy to be in. So I am getting like the word for you for 2025, or whenever you come across this, the next 12 months is balance. Balance. And I would really encourage you, if you have a tarot deck, if you have runes, or just, you know, meditating, contemplating, just like this card says, to take time to ask Spirit, what is your word for the next year? One of my favorite people on this planet, her name is Brittany. I'll try to link her information because she's another spiritual person who just has an infinite amount of wisdom and just such a light in this world. She turned me on to the idea of asking Spirit for a word or a phrase for the following year. And I've been doing this for the last 2 years, and it has been so on point and so pertinent. And actually my word that I was given for this previous 12 months was balance. And I'm not kidding you. I have had to embody that energy. I have been given that word and that rune. Laguz was the rune that I was given. I have been given it until I've basically been hit over the head. So I would really encourage you to do something like that, where you ask Spirit for what do you want me to embody? I keep hearing like a power symbol or a power word. What is the word for me personally? But I do feel like balance is key, is integral to the next 12 months for you. I also feel like family is as well. So whether that's either growing your family, showing up in a different way for your family that feels more nurturing, more protective, more authentic, more heart-centered, because I don't think you've been in an energy where you had as much to give as you would have liked to your family, because you were just like that person struggling in the water. You were just surviving. This is a very different energy that you're moving out of. And I feel like it's like a deep breath. It's like a breath of fresh air, a deep breath where you can finally breathe, relax your shoulders, and be in the moment. They just don't want you to swallow everything up whole, because I think that would create a very deep imbalance that would create more problems than not. And so they're trying to help you kind of avoid that situation. I feel like you're in a place now where you're much more apt to take guidance from your spiritual team than maybe you have been in the past. Not that you haven't taken guidance. I just feel like you were in survival mode, struggling, trying to make sense of things that were unmake sensible. But things are really coming to balance for you. Shadow and light energies are coming through here very strongly, and honoring them both. The struggles that we go through, the things about ourselves that we don't like, are there for us to grow through, not to punish us or harm us, although it may feel that way at sometimes. But you are working through this, and you're doing a great job, and you're going to keep doing a great job. But I feel like balance and family are kind of key components that are going to be kind of take up a lot of real estate in your mind for the next 12 months. I feel really guided to get a rune. Let's see here, Spirit. The next 12 months, can you give us, what else do you want to say about this, Spirit? What else do you want to say? Here. Oh, interesting. We have Thurazaz. And I'm probably not saying this correctly. I'm going to get my little thing here, because I know that this one can be, protection. And I put it on the Fox card, which is about protection. That's crazy. Passion, defense, and conflict. So it's kind of like the thorn. Let's see if you can see this. It's kind of in the shape of the thorn here. And so I feel like there's some, defense, protection. Maybe there's some things that you have been struggling with. You're just in a better place to be like foxes, to be that protector, that nurturer. Foxes stick together in their family units. They're very protective. And I feel like that's what's coming through. They're also wanting you to protect your passions more, and to indulge in the magic of life and the magic of creating what is important to you, whether it's creating a family or, creating art, creating something. You can't stay where you've been. You can't stay hibernating in the den anymore. And I think you know that. It's time to be out in the world, to communicate with other people, to show who you are, to let people see you. But there's also an element of having more discernment about who gets your energy. I think that's where that protection element comes from. In the past, because I know and I can feel this with your energy, it's kind of like, even if you didn't like everybody gets involved. You're going to talk to everybody, that's just kind of who you are. And now they're asking for you to be a bit more discerning on who gets access to your energy. I think you've actually maybe done, how do I want to say this? Without having been discerning with your energy, it's actually caused maybe some heartache, some heartbreak. I don't know if you've lost anyone who maybe had some really significant struggles. but it feels like you weren't as discerning with who got access to your energy, and it caused a lot of grief and a lot of pain. And so they're wanting you to be cognizant of that moving forward. These feel like soul lessons, if I'm being honest with you. And it's not anything to be afraid of. It's guidance. Oh, it's guidance. That's so interesting. Okay, the bag just rattled on its own. So I think there's one more in here. Okay, is there one more, Spirit? Let's see here. Are you kidding me? No, this is magical. This is true magic. This is the rune Laguz, balance. So that just confirms everything that we've been saying here. Finding balance and protecting your precious energy and protecting your family and nurturing them and nurturing your passions, those sparks, that flame. This is also like a flame energy. There is as. This is really remarkable. I was going to take a different deck, but I'm called to the Crow Oracle. So can we have more details about the next 12 months for Gemini, please? They're wanting, again, to tell you that you have never been alone in these struggles. I feel like you've lost a lot of important people in your life, and it has felt very isolating and lonely, and you have never been alone. You have always been protected, guided. Those that you have loved that have maybe even left this world physically have never actually left your side, have never left your energy. You're incredibly cared about and loved, even when you have maybe felt unlovable or alone. Can we have more information, please, about the next 12 months? Thank you. We have number 30 with mimicry. Thank you. We have direction with number 12, which reduces to a 3. So 2 3s. Thank you. Let's see what you are. Exposed, number 17. Okay. I do feel like you are and have been being guided to move in a new direction, to do something differently, to get out of this hibernation, to get out of your little fox den. I do feel like you have been guided. And I feel like you feel some excitement, maybe some apprehension, but some excitement. I feel like you're going to be going through some things where in the past you may have felt really... Would you look at this? It's just confirming everything we're talking about, where you've been. Survival. You have been in survival mode. So don't be so hard on yourself, okay? I think you are feeling that pull to move in a new direction, whether that's, like we said, moving house, maybe changing a job, changing your family dynamic to something that feels less cookie cutter and more authentic. I don't even exactly know what I mean when I say this, but that's kind of what's coming through. So take that if it resonates for you. But in some way, at the very least, you're being guided to move in a new direction and get out of the den, okay? It may feel like you have to kind of mimic other people. Like it might feel kind of wonky. It may feel, as you start to move out of this old, almost kind of stuck energy, that you have to kind of put on a mask. And I feel like that feels really icky to you. But know that that's temporary. You know, it's always going to feel uncomfortable when we're exposed after we have been in hermit mode for a while. That just is what it is. And I think for you, you've always been such a people person. They keep reiterating, it doesn't mean that you liked people, but you know how to talk to people. You know how to be seen by people. So maybe you've really wrestled with anxiety or depression in this last, 6 months to 5 year window. And so it's going to feel kind of wonky, kind of uncomfortable. And you may feel like you're putting on a mask and pretending to be someone you're not, or having to mimic what it's like to be a human in a world if you just haven't been feeling very human. know that that's okay, because you're right where you're supposed to be. It's gonna be uncomfortable. Take the leap anyway. That's what I'm hearing. Take the leap anyway. Talk to that person at the gas station anyway. Go to that family gathering. Do those things that you have hid away from because you were going through it. And it's, that's like, they really want you to not beat yourself up about the fact that you've been going through a really challenging season of your life. And also not to bite off more than you can chew. Balance is the key to what's coming through here. I want to see if we can get any specific messages for you. Thank you, Spirit. Can we have any specific message for the viewer? A specific message the people who are still here in this reading need to hear, because there's always an interesting energy. Not everybody stays to the end of the video, and I totally understand that, even though I myself tend to be a bit of a completionist. Look at the bottom. You're ready. Number 43. Momentum, validation, encouragement, prepared. You're ready to get back on the bicycle and get back out there and mingle and communicate and be seen. That is hysterical. We have Archangel Raziel with rainbow. And so I definitely want to say, if you have any Taurus in your charts, if you have any Taurus placements in your birth chart, I cannot encourage you enough to watch the Taurus video that I posted last time. Because, not Archangel, I have to correct myself because I was incorrectly calling Raziel an Archangel in the Taurus reading. Raziel came through very heavily in the Taurus reading. So for them to come out in your reading tells me there's a connection there. Okay. And Raziel is about magic and mysteries and holds those divine arcane secrets. And if you remember here at the bottom of our animal oracle, we have trust in the magic with white raven spirit. So I definitely feel like there's something there for you. If you feel called, I would really encourage you to do that. But then look here, perfect timing. The time is now. You're ready. You're ready to step out of the den. Maybe there's people you feel like you have to make amends with, and that feels icky too, because I feel like you've been in a very deep period of growth. So maybe there's people who need to make amends with you. Either way, it's allowing that door to open because you're ready now. Spirit is coming through and letting you know that you're ready now. Archangel, why do I keep doing that? I'm so sorry. Angel Raziel is coming through, and that rainbow energy that's coming through here is kind of like, in my mind, the divine healer. All is love, and love is the only thing that's real. And so holding grudges or animosity or resentments or pain, those things just don't serve us anymore. How can you move in grace and balance to release any conflict, which comes back to the Thurzaz rune? There may also, this is just coming through, so I'm going to honor it. There may also be like a male counterpart or a significant male energy in your life that there's been discord with that is healing now. That's healing now. Okay, coming into balance, and it's happening in divine timing. Everything that happened had to happen. You cannot beat yourself up for that. The sun is rising now. You've been in a period of darkness, and now the sun is starting to rise. Things feel light and exciting and fiery and passionate, and to go at this newness, this new energy, because it feels so good. It's like a big drink of water or a deep breath of air. You just want to swallow it whole. Go at it at the pace that it needs to be, which is more of a patient, planned, go in this new direction in a more balanced way instead of just like trying to grab it all at once. Let's see here. Do we have Any other messages, Spirit? Any other messages here? I do feel called. Oh, no. Okay, so interesting. I hate that that happened. This little guy fell down. We have a finch here that just fell off of my desk. So now I feel very called. And I think finches are about new beginnings, but I'm going to look this up real quick because everything that happens in a reading is intentional. So there's something with there's something with finch symbolism that wants to come through. Happiness, gifts, happiness and energetic times ahead. Harmony. Wow. It also represents freedom and vulnerability and good fortune. I feel like this is the energy that you're moving into now, and it feels so exciting and light and free. Yes, all of those words that finch symbolizes. That's incredible. I'm going to get you one final card from the Starseed Oracle because I feel very called. I also feel like you'll see crows. If you haven't already been seeing a lot of crows, I feel like Spirit is going to be sending them to you. Black feathers, crows and ravens. Maybe they'll be cawing at you as you walk into a grocery store. Notice that. Notice how you feel in those moments. What's going on around you? What are you thinking? How are you feeling when those things happen? And that is also a call. I don't want to say a warning, but like to heed this call when that happens to you, to slow down, to meditate and contemplate on your next steps instead of rushing forward, to just be more present in the moment. You know, it's balancing energy and connecting with your spiritual team because they're here to guide you. Look at this. And it landed right on Raziel's card. So I really feel like this guide, this angel, is working strongly with you to help you with whatever gifts these are that are coming online. Look at this. It says soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. So I feel like you also have a very divine purpose in helping other people maybe navigate what you have been navigating, to just be present. You're also, look at this, walking through a portal, a brand new way of being that you're entering. And then Earth School at the bottom, life lessons, soul growth. This is what you've been going through. So I hope that this is confirmation for you, Gemini. I really think the next 12 months are going to be very enlightening, very interesting, and exciting for you. If you can kind of pause and take this guidance, this advice, connect more with your spiritual team, meditate more, take stock of your surroundings more, like crows and ravens, black feathers, things like that, to just become even more connected. Even more connected, because you do have a powerful purpose here. And I believe your purpose is tied to your passion, and you're meant to help people and be seen. You're ready. It's the perfect time. Okay? So thank you so much for spending your precious time with me. If this reading resonated with you, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment down below, even if it's just a purple heart if you don't know what to say. And if you feel called to book a personal reading with me, you can find that information in my description box and my website at theseaowl.com. So please take excellent care of yourself, Gemini, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.